Now, I know we've had some strong winds before in my time here in Markenfield, and this is a known wind tunnel. If you can hear the sort of funny roaring noise, that's here most of the time, even when it's not windy on the ground. There's usually a wind tunnel somewhere along here because we're sort of quarter of a way up a hill. But if you look at how bad plants are, I think this is one of the strongest winds ever here. And that's saying a lot, considering this time last year there were a bunch of storms with supposedly 100-mile-an-hour winds, and it's supposed to only be 70 or 80 tonight. But I do think that this is very, very strong. Thankfully, it is a rather warm wind, and at the moment there is not much rain. But this is the view from the front, and it's much worse out the back. So here's the scene from the back. Now, what troubles me is this fence. It's very rickety, very old, and it's kept alive mainly by the fact that it's got very secure posts at the base, but it's flimsy on the top, to say the least. And my God, I hope that the wind here isn't blowing off my roof tiles like it did last year, because that's a major expense. My other concern is my pine tree at the bottom of the garden. Now, trees are made, particularly pines, to sway. The reason they don't snap is because they sway very, very, a lot. And they're designed to do that. It's a way of changing the energy, the kinetic energy of the wind, along their trunks so that they don't snap. But I have never, ever seen the tree. There it goes. You can't see it because it's too dark, but you can possibly see the branch that I have never seen them move like that. And my problem is, if it falls, it'll fall that way onto that house, and there is a wall there in between. There is some dispute as to who owns this tree. I think it's mine, probably, the deeds say, but the lady next door seems to take most care of it, so I don't know, my God, who would pay for the damage. Thankfully, I think this storm is due to be over tomorrow morning, so we only have another sort of 6 to 8 hours of this. I have bought my quails in, despite the fact there's no rain, just because the noise of the wind is terrifying. The rest of the birds are all locked down. As you know, budgies don't do so well in wind, and I only have 4 left. It was so bad that my diamond doves, which are usually out on the perch, on the wire in any weather, when I come out to lock down, were not there. They'd actually already gone in. So it's quite bad. Anyway, hopefully I won't have to update this tomorrow by saying that something tragic and terribly expensive has happened.